Hello and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play World of Tanks. I am in the little M8A1 turreted tank destroyer, my first turreted tank destroyer from the new patch here. And it's basically either an M3 or M5 Stuart with a Sherman gun strapped on top of it. It starts off with the howitzer, the 75mm howitzer that is on the M5 Stuart. And it's, well, since the HE has been completely tweaked and redone 3 or 4 times ever since, God, what was that? Somewhere in the 6s. It's, it needs to be upgraded. It's quite a grind until you can get to the nice 76mm, or 75mm. Actually, I don't know what's better, the 75mm or the... Hold on, let me get out of the way of everybody. 75mm or the... Like what that guy's used. That's a 75mm howitzer, by the way. 75mm, or if I wanted to use the 57mm. They both appear to be about the same. I think the 75mm has just so slightly better damage per minute. I think it's like maybe 20 damage per minute higher. So that's what I went with. But otherwise, I mean, they're almost identical. Missed my opportunity. So it's, my crew's not exactly all the way up there, but it's a nice little tank. I like it. It's certainly really, really fast, which helps. I don't think I want to go that way. Definitely do not want to go that way. Turn back around. So it's, very fragile, so I gotta really be careful and pay attention. Can't just up and run all over the place, and it definitely does not have armor to compete. And if you're looking at what type of game I'm in probably the best it's gonna do, matchmaking wise, and it's just tricky to say the least. I cannot penetrate most of those tanks. Probably can't even touch this KV. Nope, I'm able to get through, surprisingly. Take on this PZ3, he might be an easier target for me. Oh nuts, this KV's looking right at me. Back down. Nice thing about this thing is it's very small, so I can fit it almost anywhere. His accuracy's not the greatest, but you know what? He's not bad. Make do with him. Oh gosh, about to get flanked. It's not going to be a good battle at all. And I can't get through this. He died right where I didn't want him to die. Man, I am just tracking people left and right here. Come on, reload. Should be right there. See if I can't get this Lee real quick. KV I think I'm in trouble with. See if I can't get this PZ3. Nope. Alright, I got overwhelmed. Couldn't keep up with it all. Whew. That was rough. But yeah, so it's certainly an interesting tank. It's fast, it's quick, it's mobile. I've almost gotten this thing upgraded to the next one, which I don't remember what it is, but I'll find out. Personally, I'd recommend upgrading everything, and of course getting the 76 or 75mm over the 57. But not having tried it, I can't really say for sure. But I mean, as you saw here, I got 3 kills really quick. This thing does hit hard and fires fast, so I do love it. Just wish that my team could have helped out a little bit there, but oh well, not too bad. So let's move on to something a little different, shall we? Something I told you guys I'd do eventually. So here we go. I finally got the GW Panther and I'm getting back into artillery. It has been a while, so I have to remember how to do this exactly. It's a lot of trial and error. I played around with it a bit, so I'm starting to get back into it. It is currently completely stock, so don't expect me to do some crazy damage and get all sorts of crazy wins and stuff. It's a very long grind to get the next gun on this thing. It's not too bad though. 16,000 is not bad, and then I'm sure it will do some massive damage. In the meantime, it does just a little bit of mild stuff here and there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hide right back in here for once. Probably gonna get yelled at me like, that's not the spot you should be hiding. But, oh well. I'm the only artillery piece. I figure I'll deal with it. The nice thing about this artillery piece is that it has a very, very massive turret traverse. So I'm not worried about ever having to relocate too much. Just go over here. And the nice trick is, you right click like that, and it moves it's a face for what you clicked. So I don't have to worry anymore about having to completely turn my turret and wait and look around and all that fun stuff. Man, that AMX is wanting to kill that guy. Come on. I hit him for no damage. Okay. Oh well, I'll take it. So, currently I'm going to support these guys. Let me see what's over here. It's a low. I can help them out. Why not? But that's the nice thing, is you can quickly relocate your position that you're firing at, which really, really does help a lot. Let's see if I can't zoom in real quick. Oh, fine. Hold still for me then. Ah, just barely missed. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of stuff in there. Not going to be able to do much there. Wait until they get in the open and I'll just start laying into them. I need my team to spot a little better. I don't think I'm going to hit this IS-4 now, so we'll try and hit some of this stuff over here if I get some spots. Well, no, I can't hit him until he gets back a lot further. So he is currently safe. So we actually do have the majority of forces over on that side, so I'm not worried about poking or having to deal with them too much, especially when there's only one tank. What I'm worried about is covering our team over here. I just need some spotting right over here. So all in all, I kind of like this tank, or this SPG. It really suits my playstyle. It's the wide traverse, and certainly I have the ability to do a lot of different options with it. So we'll just pop a shot right down there. And you see, not bad damage, 400. It's very much on par with what I the Hummel. It by no means is the, what do you want to call that tank? It's not the upgraded cannon, but I like it. I do like it a lot, actually. I think I'm going to try and get that cannon upgraded as quick as I can, because that's going to make a big difference. I'm hitting people for closer to 700 as opposed to 300. When I'm stock, it's just you kind of do what you can. Just put one right there. Perfect. Good job. Now our flank over there still looks a little hurt. Let me look over here. KV3 stuff. It's over here. AMXs. If we can just quickly finish off this tank. Those AMXs are probably going to hurt. So don't want to do too much over there. Put that right there. Aw, so close. Get back over here. Worry about this T-32 a bit. I'll lock my hull so I don't have to maneuver too much. He's probably going to get out of my line of sight before I can hit him. Hell no, he's still exposed. I just need to wind in a bit. Yeah, that AMX is a little bit of a problem. I don't want him getting too close. And we lost our spotting. Hopefully we can take care of that, because that thing right there is worrying me. Come on, poke out a little more, you know you want to. Nope, can't take that shot. So I don't think I can even splash him. This thing does not have the splash damage at the moment. So rather than wasting my time over there, let's resume back over here. If I even get close, he'll die. So, nope. Apparently not close enough. Alright, they've almost got that resolved. Like, I'm just rotating back and forth. It's the best I can do. Help them out what little I can. Okay, there's a tiger here. Problem is that tiger is covered. Wind in just a bit more. Because a lot of this is a whole, you gotta wind in and estimate your shots like that. That should have hit him. I don't know if it did or didn't, but it should have. That Panther should have that Hellcat really easily. Probably stands no chance. Man, this thing does carry a lot of ammo, which is nice. Come on, Panther, get him. I don't want to waste a shot. Actually, that's probably the better choice. Need to get to an open spot like that. Overshot. Nuts. I gotta help him out quick. Come on, reload. 19-second reload certainly does take a while, and that's a 90% crew with the rammer. So, once I get to 100, it should go down hopefully to closer to 18. Oh, yeah, you can stay there all you want. I'll take that. See, I'm not doing the damage I thought I would with this thing, and I should have paid attention for this Type 95. Yeah, once I upgrade the cannon, be a whole different tank. Until then, I guess I just gotta deal with what I can. Yeah, they have the artillery piece down there, so I'm not worried about that. Take a wild shot. Nope, missed him. Okay, so all we have is that Type 95, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then the M18, which got all the way down here real quick. That thing moves fast. Let's see if I can't pop this little 59 real quick. Need him to come back out. There we go. Come on, get him. Oh no, you're kidding me. So close. Well, our Panther's full. He should be able to kill both those tanks, and so does that M30. No problem. There we go. That is me back in artillery, SPGs. It's kind of dull and boring and all, but I'll throw in on occasion. I do like that GW Panther. It's going to be one of my favorite tanks, I think, for sure, or my favorite artillery piece. So I forgot to turn this on the recording when I loaded up this match, because I was a little busy texting. Anywho, the it's a T-110, basically, is what it's affectionately been called, is very, very similar playing to the Pershing, or not Pershing, the Patton. Well, it's the same tank. But yeah, it plays very similar to the Patton. It's just a lot heavier armor and a little bit bigger of a gun. Otherwise, it's played very similar in the fact that you need to keep an angle at your tanks. You can't sit out there and take a lot of hits, even though you do have decent armor. I mean, your armor is primarily right there at that lip. That's where the heaviest of the armor is. Down below there at the lower plate, that is fairly weak and can easily be penetrated. There's your tip for the day on how to defeat this thing. And of course, up on top of the plates there where your driver windows are, or driver viewports, those are actually pretty slopey, so you're going to more than likely bounce off, but you can on occasion get a shot in. So your best bet is to aim at that lower plate down there. Don't aim at the top if you can. And that little turret up top there with the commander hatch where the machine gun is, that thing might be fairly difficult to actually penetrate. So, because just of the slope and the angle it's at and everything else. So you're better off aiming at the lower plate. Now, if you play this tank, man, I'm just having a problem with my frame rate. You keep an angle like that, and it makes it really difficult for them to actually penetrate your tank. I would only figure. I'm sitting there talking and showing you different angles of the tank, and I don't even do this thing properly. So, anyway, less talking, more shooting, right? That's what I need to do. So yeah, if you keep it angled like I have it, chances are they're going to hit the tracks, and the tracks will actually, just like that, absorb a lot of the damage, and you're not going to really take any. Of course, I say that as I take a lot of damage. And I'm also chopping all over the place with my frame rate. But this thing actually is one of the highest DPSing tanks in Tier 10 because of the fact that its fire rate is just so high. Yeah, it will penetrate a lot, but I mean, it's just your damage is a little bit lower. But like I said, you're firing a lot faster than your E100 or your IS-7. So I was told, or I wasn't told, when Spaghetti and I did the math, you're doing a little bit higher DPM. I think it's like 200 DPM. So it kind of works out. But yeah, so that's my top tip of the day. That's my Top Gear top tip. Fire quickly. Whatever that's worth to you. So yeah, I mean, overall, I really do like this M10, or T110, now that I've learned it. Spaghetti really helped me out, and I gotta really thank him. He's a great guy. If you guys ever run into him, make sure you say hi, because he knows what he's doing, and obviously he runs another YouTube channel, but that guy certainly knows what he's doing. He's very, very helpful, and he's also a great guy. And I team up with him as often as I can. But yeah, so anyway, allergy season. It's also my getting everything ready to go to Chicago for Adepticon. If anyone's going to be there, I'm definitely going to be there. If you want to come say hi, I'll be more than happy to hang out for a little bit. My birthday is that weekend, so I'll be at the bar and hanging out and socializing and having fun. And of course, if you want to come say hi. I know Steven from WWPD, the owner and operator, is going to be there. I'm going to be there. My buddy Brian Delaney, who's a world-class painter, is going to be there, and so is Dave Taylor. If anyone knows any of these names that I'm dropping from the Flames of War scene, we're all going to be in the area. So feel free to hang out with us, say hi, say, oh, your YouTube channel's awesome. I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys. And of course, right now, PAX is going on. So I unfortunately am not able to be up in Boston for PAX East to hang out with all the other YouTubers and to do the whole World of Tanks birthday party that they have going on right now, which would be pretty cool to come and see. I'm going to do something stupid. This tank is awesome in the fact that it's quick, so you can jump from cover to cover pretty easily and not have to worry about too much. Of course, that doesn't mean anything because I do a lot of silly mistakes. Like this. It's gonna be dumb. Hello. Of course, with no damage to each other. Don't know why that didn't work, but well, you know what. There we go. Problem solved. And that tiger's gonna get destroyed. No, he's not. He's actually gonna be safe. Fine, I'll take care of him. My poor commander. See, I've been playing around crew skills a little. I haven't really thought too much about it, but I know I need to probably explain a few more. I made just a lot of random choices, more or less just so I can try and figure out what I want to use. It's a lot of just random stuff. As Spaghetti and I were talking, repair is still king of the court. You definitely want to have repair because there's so many times where you're tracked or your gun's broken, and you just need to have your tank get repaired real quick so you can get on with the battle. So, repair is obviously king. You definitely want a few people maxed out in your repair. And then anything else is kind of up to you. I kind of just pick and choose what things I think make sense or go to my play style. It's, I don't know though. There's some that are good, some that are not, some that are fun, and some that are useless. I mean, it's experimentation, really. There's no set in stone way. I'm glad they added more. It certainly does help a lot. There's no rhyme or reason to what I pick, really. It's just kind of whatever I feel like playing. But yeah, this T110 is certainly just such a boss tank. It is so fast, so strong and powerful. We actually started using them in Clan Wars. They kind of fill a utility role. They're not a niche tank by any means, but they are kind of one of those tanks that you could just throw in any circumstance and it could do fairly well. You don't have to worry too much about it being, you know... Oh, nice. Good job, G-Dub. Do I go for the cap or do I go for the kill? I'll go for the cap. There's no sense in going all the way around to hunt down that E100. I'm not going to get over there in time. So, I mean, overall... Oh, yeah, and also, right there where that guy hit me, I'm pointing out on my screen because you guys can totally see me doing that. That area basically between those hooks right there and then the star right there up to this little thing, the little infrared searchlight, which, by the way, you can't hit at all. It's not actually there. Anywhere between there is really fragile. If you get through there, you're going to either kill a crew member or potentially damage some modules. There's next to zero armor. I think it's like 100 armor there. So that's one of the weaker spots right there. If I'm facing this way and you have an angle like this, you're going right through that thing. It is such a weak area that you got to protect. And it's also a weak area for you to shoot at. So look, I just gave you guys all these tips for where to shoot and where to hit and everything else. Awesome. So that was some good experience and credits. Let's move on and do one more tank before I close it out. So, I'm in the T49 here. It's the update to the M8A1, I believe. The M8A1 was nice because it had the sweet little 75mm that the Sherman had. And now this thing has the... Oh, I'm running it just completely bone stock. Bone dry stock, something like that. And it's using the 57mm, which was available to me on the M8, except this thing has access to the 76mm that the Easy 8 had instead of the 75mm that the Sherman had. So I need to wait till I can upgrade the tracks and the turret to get it, but when I do, oh man, is this thing going to be awesome. Now, I say that, and I could just burn the free experience and get it, but, you know, I figure I'll earn it the hard way. I've got plenty of time to work with this tank. I'm in no rush, and I just kind of want to learn it. I've been playing around with this tank, though, so far, and the 57mm is alright at best, to say the least. I'm not very fond of it, but that doesn't mean it isn't good, and I'm just not playing it right. So, I need to basically give it a little bit better of a shot, give it more of a shakedown, and have some more fun with it. Try to be less aggressive, because that seems to be my typical thing to do. Now, I need to... There's a Hellcat over here somewhere. I notice it is very lacking in your penetration power. And accuracy is less than desirable, too. Come on, I could hit him. Oh, look, there we go. Yeah, this thing has, like, no armor, though, so that's kind of concerning. Oh, I'm, like, dinging at him. One hit from him, though, and I'm going to be dead. Maybe we should turn around and look this way since I just lost 2 tanks to a lot of stuff, actually. I think I'm going to be in trouble. So I'm not really going to have much gameplay with this tank. But overall, I mean, it starts off alright. Oh, great. I have no idea how it's going to operate when it gets the bigger gun. I imagine it's going to be just like any glass cannon that the Americans have. Oh, nuts. Come on. I told it was looking the wrong way. Well, that's going to do it for me for this video. Sadly, I'm not doing a very good showing of these American TDs, but I really don't want to play it anymore. I want to get this video out there for you guys because I've been slacking and it's Easter weekend and I have so much to do. So, hopefully, I'll get this thing upgraded and be running it in a little bit better of a circumstance. Oh, look, our Tiger's been AFK this whole time. That would have made a whole difference in the world. Anyway, follow me on Twitter at Darkling, or you can look at me on Facebook if you go to facebook.com/Darkling. I try and get back to you all in your messages and comments, so feel free to hit me up. And otherwise, thanks for tuning in. Ratings and subscriptions are much appreciated. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Again, I'll try and have this T49 upgraded and hopefully have a better showing in it. Alright, catch you guys then.